I'm having a quick cup of tea on my stoop this morning before I begin my day, and I'm pondering about the importance of friendship. Have you ever embarked on some wild venture or adventure and by your side was a trusty, willing to jump in the ocean friend? Or were you grief-stricken and across from the table was another friend just listening and holding your hands? In my current challenging times, I've been deeply reminded of the vitalness and the value of friendship, both old and new. And while I may refer to friendships with women and use the pronouns her and she in this conversation, it could well be genderless, as friendships are important however we identify or how our friends identify. This is such a vital and intricate conversation that I've actually split it into two. Join me today as I chat about the benefits of friendship and the types of friends I have. I'm the Forest Fairy. Welcome to my corner of the woods where I'm rebuilding, revamping, redesigning a magical life and hopefully inspire you to gather your own fairy dust. Hello everyone, I hope you're doing exceptionally well wherever you may be on this beautiful planet of ours. It's fitting to chat about friendship midway through August as it's Women's Month in South Africa, when we pay tribute to those women who went before us and paved the way in so many areas. I thank these South African women and the many across the globe for their contributions and sacrifices, and I'm aware that we all stand upon the shoulders of our courageous foremothers. There are so many sayings and memes on friendship, but I want to quote something I heard at least 3 decades ago. I paraphrase, but it was along the lines of cherish your friends as men or life partners often eventually retreat, leave or die. Now, this may not necessarily be very accurate, but the essence of it is that we should nurture our friendships. It made a profound impact on me and was also unfortunately true for me in my late 40s. I had luckily already taken that advice to heart and had several old friends who supported, listened and coaxed me out, etc. during that time. There seems to be a societal and social media trend where it's sort of cool to say, I don't have friends, I don't need friends, I'm withdrawn from the world. But personally, I don't think this is healthy. There is a well-known African word, Ubuntu, which is about the interconnectedness of everyone and their interconnectedness with their surrounding communities and physical world. It is often described as I am what I am because of who we all are, and to me this leans very much into friendship as well. I'm definitely healthier and happier for having friends. When I was younger and on the go with my career and family, I didn't always have the time, energy, or inclination to build friendships. Because let's face it, deep friendships do take all these 3 things. But I built a few, and some of them are still an invaluable part of my life 40, 30, 20 years later. And I can now truly appreciate them. What often happens as we get older is our families shrink, so to speak. Sometimes because our parents have passed, our partners are gone, our siblings have their own circles, and our children have their own families. Or just because everyone may live far from us. And then friendships become important, not only to help us survive by preventing us from becoming lonely, isolated witches deep in the woods, but to help us thrive by giving us a sense of belonging and sometimes a purpose. Our friends become our companions, our counselors, our comedians, our comfort zones. The old friends share a history. They know about your highs and lows and know the context when you speak about things. And new friends, well, if we let them and join them, they can offer a lively social life, introduce us to new interests, new people, expose us to different mindsets and new ways of thinking and doing. One of the most famous long-time friendships in our lifetime is that of Oprah Winfrey and Gayle King, who have been friends for 48 years. A few years ago, they were interviewed, and although they discussed many interesting aspects of their decades-long friendship, there is one that stood out for me. I'll add the link of the interview below. Oprah and Gayle explain that women often call out to them using an expression that has emerged over the years. They say, Oprah, this is my Gayle, or Gayle, this is my Oprah. As these two say, this encapsulates the understanding of what a deep, loyal, supportive friendship is about. I'm here for you, standing in the gap, I'll tell you the truth. Of course, there are as many different types and different levels of friendship as there are people in the world. Not everyone wants to be my friend. Not everyone likes me or is going to like me. Not everyone is going to be a close friend. And not everyone can be everything to me. These are unfair and immature expectations and may put unnecessary pressure and create unwelcome spats between people. Each friendship is unique and each friendship has a different set of, what would that word be? It's not rules or boundaries or guidelines. Let me know if you can think of an appropriate word. The people who are not destined to be my friends are those whose values are different, who do things I'm not interested in, who speak about things I'm not interested in, and conduct themselves differently to what I value. It doesn't mean that different is bad or that they are wrong or that we dislike each other. They are just not part of my friendship tribe. Maybe they're still in my sphere to teach me something though, but we're just not interested in each other. Then there are those superficial friends who you would never ever discuss deep things with. They're not actually interested in you, and to be honest, you're not actually interested in them. But for some reason, you are sort of friends. Maybe they're friends with benefits, not those benefits, rather the benefits such as you've known them for yonks and share some history, or your daughters are friends, or they can organize tickets, seats, invites to something or other for you. The most you seem to have in common is the weather. And here, I'm not knocking conversations about the weather because I seem to be having intense, in-depth and extended conversations about the weather nowadays. But then there are those friends who like you for you. The you that is truly true to yourself, your best self, your authentic self, whatever you may call it. You are true to your values and these are reflected in what you say, do and think. They love how you show up and these friends are your friendship tribe. Whether they're friends who you've known for decades, a few years, or met last week, they're the ones who will do mad things with you, hold your hand when you're miserable, tell you when your style is dropping. And as I've discovered, they cheer you up in many ways, bringing you delicious soup and food baskets, providing encouragement and laughs, sharing same experiences, presenting you with a night in a beautiful boutique hotel, and even offering financial assistance. But even with this tribe, there are differences. Some you may endlessly discuss spiritual matters with, some are great hiking buddies, and some are just plain entertaining, and some are all-rounders. Our discussions can range from what scatter cushions to choose for my lounge to where should we scatter our ashes. So there you have it, the reasons why I have friends as well as the different types of friends I have. I hope it's got you thinking about your tribe of friends. But this conversation doesn't end here. Keep a lookout for next week's one as I'll be sharing how I made wonderful new friends after a monumental move and how I keep in touch with and cherish my old ones. In the meantime, wishing you a week filled with wonderful friends and sprinklings of fairy dust. Until next time, goodbye.